bridging the gap between how users define themselves and creating a dialogue for growth and discovery. This is sort of what we're going to hear from Lauren Colton. She's in the Lansing area. Her presentation is going to be about minding the gap, user definition, and what's next. So everybody, Lauren Colton.
Okay, so we have all had the misfortune of having an insincere relationship. It comes up in fiction a lot, but it happens in real life. We don't think we have the time. We're afraid to find out what a person is like if we really dig into what it is they are, not just taking from them what suits ourselves. We're doing that to our users right now. We build the algorithms to mine their data, and we present them with a task. Based on the user data, we prompt them for a similar task, and then the user repeats it, building this closed loop of an experience that doesn't really offer them a chance to grow. I mean, we can say we're designing for discovery, but an example would be if you have a teen girl who, because of her user demographics and because of the fact that she went to a blog about makeup, is now going to be fed more and more information, more content, she gets stuck in this bubble. And really, we have an opportunity as interaction designers, as content strategists, to do so much more. An alternate model is to add extra steps in there. Investigate why. Actually ask the user what they want next, and help users discover with both the interface that we're providing them, as well as what kind of a conversation we're having. I'm a language person, I'm a words person, so that's really what I'm focused on. How do we mind the gap between how the users are defining themselves now, and bridging to the experience of what they can be next? One of the big things is that we have to dive right in. We have to talk less, listen more, and record much better, which is very difficult if you're one of those foolish people who thinks there's such a thing as correct English. I dare you to stick into a cage two writers, one who follows AP and one who follows Chicago Manual of Style. It will end poorly. It's just a different convention. It's just a different way of labeling things and organizing things. And we can see this not just in our style guides, but also in the way that people are talking. So here we have Grand Rapids is in the center in the red, and here's a change in dialect similarities to Grand Rapids. Language is a way to identify the self, spoken and written, as well as who's in the in-group and who's in the out-group. It's imposing social order, setting one person's place in relation to another. So we need to make sure that the ideas are accessible, and to do that we have to reduce noise by using conventions. But we need to make sure that we're using the right conventions. Are we studying our actual target audience, and are we using their words? So a child will never ask you, how do I know if this is a book or a dog? Because they don't have any trouble understanding these concepts. The thing is that they have to be taught the labels of this is a book and this is a dog. And those labels that you use can be shaped by not only your physical location, but your gender, your age. So one very important thing is that you have to be sincere. Steph Hay has a great thing called the mom test, which says if you would say it to your mom and she would look at you like, what are you talking about? If she would call you on your shenanigans, you having a sincere relationship with your mother, then you're probably doing vague, mindless, terrible communication. Stop that. Now you do have to have the confidence in yourself to try harder to do it again. If you are capable of writing that sentence, of building that web page, you can do it again and you can do it better. That's the great thing about craft. And have fun. I mean, that sounds wonderful, that looks wonderful. Copy Hacker has a great test called the parking lot test, which is if you have 3 people standing out in a parking lot in the middle of nowhere and it's cold and they're actually in the parking lot because they want to be somewhere else, but they stay there in that conversation because they're having so much fun, then you're doing it right. It's not about talking to 200 users because you dulled the conversation down to try and reach more potential users. It's about having that one-on-one relationship. Think about how you got that last favorite song of yours. Was it that Amazon recommended to you a song, or did your best friend say, hey, oh my gosh, you have to hear this band? the really, really great things in life are experiences that we had the humanity in it. People are engaging, though, to find, to know, and to enjoy. Just don't remove the humanity from it. People can be doing more and be loyally engaged with your service and your product and your experience if you show them what the user experience can become and also are generating user-generated content. How do you move beyond these redundant conversations and into discovery? It's your user's story. Listen to them. You don't have to be running this show. So reach out to your loyal users. You can talk one-on-one with just one person who's really active on Twitter. They're a great place to start if you haven't done any user-generated content yet. The second place is, of course, you can do maybe a small survey, gather testimonials, and then if you really want to go crazy, maybe moderate it, but you can have a forum. That's great. But we have an opportunity to engage and inform this really awesome, vibrant community. We're here at Midwest UX. We understand how amazing a vibrant community really is. So let's be advocates for our users. Let's try and get their words out, what matters to them. Get into the why and try and see where they can go next. It's not about what they've been or what they are now. It's what are they capable of doing. So, the gist being, I don't have all of the answers. I don't have any answers, quite frankly, but I can tell you, you can get a user from the place that they are now to where they want to be if you are sincere, if you have fun, and just give yourself the permission to dive right in. If you need it, I just gave it to you. You have permission, go. Yay.